Howdy crew, gonna be going over something that I purchased at Hobby Lobby when I purchased the leather latigos for the welding rig. Let's get to it. So whether you're starting a welding rig, starting a business, going for a certain degree, going for a certain job, anything like that, you gotta be a go-getter. And I don't need to have a certain something in my house or on the rig to show that I'm a go-getter or to remind me I need to be a go-getter. But I do like certain phrases or certain things. If I see something, I do like picking it up because I really like it. It's really cool because it just shows me what I am. And one of those things, this was on the clearance section at Hobby Lobby. Go hard or go home. And that's what you got to be doing anything, whether it be going for a certain degree, going for a certain job that is not an easy job to get into, or starting a business. And this was 74 cents. It was in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby. And you got to go hard or go home. If you're not going to go all in on this, don't do it. If you're not going to go all in on that degree or on that welding certification, don't do it. If you're not going to be all in on that job that is really hard to get into and very lucrative, don't do it. Go hard or go home. And you got to be a go-getter. You got to be pushing forward. It's not something that's for everyone. A lot of folks can't do it. So if you are doing it or you have done it or you're going to, then good for you. Congratulations, because it's not easy. It's not something that everyone can do. And fewer people can do it nowadays. And I also want to say congratulations to my very best friend. She just graduated. I'm very proud of her, and she's doing absolutely amazing. She is a very hard worker, extremely dedicated, and she's a go-getter. And I'm very proud of her. She did an amazing job. She just graduated, and I'm just very, very, very proud of her. And again, go hard or go home. If you're not going to do that degree, don't do it. If you're not going to keep pushing forward, don't do it. And I just want to keep going over that because all of this is not easy to go through. Waiting on different things, delays, it's not easy. I've never tried to pretend it is. Obviously, I try to keep a positive mindset on it, but it's not easy. Certain things that don't go right or things that don't go well, you got to keep pushing forward. It really doesn't matter whether it goes great or it goes terrible. Go hard or go home. And I just like this. It's not like I need to buy this to remind myself to do that. I just like it. It just looked really cool, and it was on clearance. If it was regular price at $2.99, I wasn't going to buy it for $2.99, but it was 74 cents. So why not? Go hard or go home. And you got to be that way. It doesn't matter whether you're just getting into welding school, you're just working on finishing welding school, or you're in the middle. You're on that one project that gets you stuck. And we've all been there. It don't matter what welder. They could be the roughest, toughest welder. I've never had an issue welding. They've had issues. Don't believe that. It's a bunch of hogwash. So everyone's had that issue, whether it be in a job setting, starting a business, starting a welding rig. You got to go hard or go home. And you got to be a go-getter. And if you're not a go-getter, I don't know what to tell you. This channel is for go-getters. This channel is for pushing forward in welding, pushing forward with the welding rig. Even if y'all aren't doing welding rigs, it's still for welding, all that great stuff. But you got to go hard or go home. It doesn't mean you have to do a welding rig. It doesn't mean you have to do welding at all. It's just, what are you wanting? Are you going to push forward or are you going to just be lazy about it? Again, it's not just welding, just a welding rig, this job, that job. It's just anything. Is it something that you want in your personal life, or are you just going to be lazy about it? And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I don't care. And I don't mean small things. I mean big things, things that have meaning, such as a welding rig. Go hard or go home. If I was relaxed about this, this would never happen. I've been pushing forward on all fronts, getting things done. Yes, there's been delays, but that doesn't mean I'm not pushing forward on other fronts, getting other things done. So same thing if you're going into welding school. Okay, you may be struggling on this project, but you got to be pushing forward in this class. You got to be going forward in that class, working extra hard on this one other project while you're finishing this one. So you got to go hard or go home, and you got to be a go-getter. So again, I'm very proud of my very best friend. She is an amazing go-getter. She's very dedicated, extremely hard worker, and she did absolutely fantastic in school. So I'm very proud of her, and she is this: go hard or go home. And she didn't go home. She pushed forward. She's very dedicated, and she did it. And I'm very proud of her. So again, so proud of you. And yeah, that's what you got to do. Go hard or go home. Hustle and grind straight on till morning. And if words like this help you, there's places all over the internet you can find this. Just print it out. I've known some people where just a certain phrase really sticks with them, and that's what drives them forward. It's not just on some cheap little piece of wood, it's just the words that they either get from a book or from a certain website or something from a TV show, a movie, and it really helps them. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have some of those quotes myself that I really like, a quote from either a movie or a person or just from a book, anything. And I like having those things around. Doesn't mean I need those things to be a go-getter, but I like having those around. So sometimes if you find something with an image, maybe an image will drive you forward. Print it out and tape it on your wall. Tape it somewhere or have it laminated, what have you. If that really helps, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. I like having these around. It doesn't mean that the only reason I'm a go-getter is because I have this near me, not at all, but I like having it around. So if that helps, do it. There's no shame in it. Go for it. If a phrase, a sentence, a paragraph, Bible verse, what have you, if that pushes you forward, print it out, have it right there, have it handy, have it in your pocket. If it's on one of these things, have it where you can see it. Go for it. Go hard or go home. Do everything you can. Don't relax. Don't be lazy. There's no time to rest, ever. You got to keep pushing forward. There's no time to just sit back, let things happen how they will. No, you don't let things happen how they will. Let them happen how you want them to happen. Make sure it gets done. There's no other option. If other people had their way with this thing, the truck would have been delayed longer, the tank holders could have been delayed more, the assembly of all this could have been delayed. All the things that are being shipped that I had to make sure they were being shipped because they were taking too long to get here. You got to be on top of it. There's no time to rest. And if you all ever heard the song No Rest for the Wicked, you got to keep pushing forward. So anywho's, I just want to go over that. I really like these. If these really help, go to Hobby Lobby, look at their clearance section, maybe find something on eBay, on, I don't know, Facebook Marketplace. They sell stuff like this. Just anywhere. Print out a piece of paper that has maybe some of your favorite quotes from either a movie, book, a person, maybe a philosopher's quote. I really like philosophy. I like their quotes. And maybe even Bible verse, maybe a certain Bible verse, maybe have that verse tagged, and then you open up your Bible, look at it, or have it printed out. Maybe that will really help. And it's not saying like you need that one line to push you forward, but it's nice having something to look at where it's like, I am that. That is me, if that makes sense. So anyways, I just want to go over that. Go hard or go home. And whatever you're doing, it don't have to be a welding rig. It don't have to be one particular thing. Just whatever you're doing, go hard or go home. So again, I'm very proud of my very best friend. Congratulations. I'm so very proud of you. You did absolutely amazing. And yes, I have to announce it out here. Congratulations to my very best friend for graduating. I'm just super proud, so excited, very proud. And I had to add that in there multiple times. So hope you all enjoyed. Go hard or go home.